The intimacy between BTS's Taehyung and Jungkook during the BTS family photo short clip session has captured everyone's attention. This agenda was part of the preparations for Taehyung and Jungkook for the BTS Festa event on June 13th. Taehyung and Jungkook looked incredibly close and affectionate throughout the photo shoot. They are the epitome of true soulmates that ARMYs all over the world dream of. Taehyung may seem indifferent on the surface, but he is actually the foremost person who deeply cares for Jungkook. In contrast, Jungkook openly and boldly shows his love and care for Taehyung. Hello ARMY and everyone who just joined. Hope you're all doing well and staying healthy. Let's jump straight into today's video topic. Welcome back to K-pop chemistry. Taehyung and Jungkook's intimacy in the BTS family photo makes ARMY swoon. The BTS Festa celebration has always been the most anticipated time for ARMYs all over the world, especially leading up to the grand finale on June 13th. This year, a warm and loving atmosphere was already felt right from the release of the BTS family photo short clip, which served as one of the opening agendas. Behind the camera lens, the attention of millions of eyes was drawn to the incredibly sweet interaction between their two youngest members, Kim Taehyung and John Jungkook. The closeness they displayed during the photo shoot was not just mere camaraderie between groupmates, but a deep emotional synergy that captivated the heart of anyone watching. During the shooting process, the aura of intimacy between Taehyung and Jungkook heavily dominated the studio, making the atmosphere feel incredibly romantic. The two of them seemed completely comfortable sharing intimate moments, ranging from exchanging meaningful smiles to natural physical contact. Every time the camera started recording their movements in the short clip, a genuine vibe of comfort radiated from the gazes they shared. For the fans watching, this moment served as tangible proof that the bond forged between the two of them is something truly special and irreplaceable. For millions of ARMYs worldwide, seeing Taehyung and Jungkook side by side felt like witnessing a portrayal of a true couple that had previously only existed in dreams. Their presence in a single photo frame seemed to reinforce the concept of real-world soulmates. Many fans felt that destiny had brought them together not just to be part of the world's biggest boy band, but to complement one another. Every movement, synchronized laughter, and the way they leaned on each other in front of the camera became the perfect visualization of the love dreamt of by many. Interestingly, the story of love and affection shared between them has a very fascinating dynamic to observe, especially through Kim Taehyung's demeanor. In public, Taehyung often displays a calm, relaxed, and sometimes even aloof or indifferent charm. However, behind that mask of calmness, everyone knows that Taehyung is actually the first in line when it comes to loving and protecting Jungkook. His aloof nature instantly crumbles whenever he ensures that Jungkook feels comfortable, safe, and happy near him during the photo shoot. Taehyung's affection, hidden behind his calm demeanor, often manifests in small but deeply meaningful actions. He might not always speak sweet words, but the way he fixes Jungkook's hair or gives a gentle pat on the magne's shoulder speaks louder than anything. Taehyung shows a protective and mature kind of love, where he is ready to be Jungkook's main pillar of support whenever needed. This hidden sincerity makes their chemistry feel far more precious and meaningful in the eyes of fans who closely observe every detail of their interaction. In stark contrast to Taehyung, who tends to internalize his feelings, John Jungkook is highly explicit in showing his love and care. From the very beginning of the family photo session, Jungkook did not hesitate to show just how much he admires and loves his beloved Hyung, older brother. Through his eyes that always sparkle whenever he looks at Taehyung, Jungkook seemed to want to tell the whole world how much this man means in his life. He never missed a chance to be near Taehyung, paying full attention to every little thing his beloved idol did. Jungkook's vocal and expressive affection creates a beautiful balance in their romantic dynamic. Jungkook is never shy about leaning on Taehyung's shoulder, holding his hand between takes, or simply flashing his sweetest smile just to crack Taehyung up. For him, expressing love to Taehyung is the most natural thing to do without caring about the flashing camera lights continually focused on them. It is this bold and sincere attitude from Jungkook that always manages to melt the hearts of anyone who witnesses it. The striking difference in character between Taehyung's aloof yet loving nature and Jungkook's expressive, love-filled personality serves as the main ingredient that perfects their love story. They are like two opposite magnetic poles that pull toward each other with a force so great that they are inseparable. When Taehyung is in his calm mode, Jungkook arrives with warmth and cheerfulness to break the ice. Conversely, when Jungkook needs peace amidst a packed schedule, Taehyung's solid and protective presence is always ready to be the safest haven. The preparation agenda leading to the BTS Festa on June 13th ultimately transformed into an unforgettable stage celebrating love for Taehyung and Jungkook. Through the brief short clip, they successfully wrote a new chapter in their emotional journey that always leaves the public in awe. This intense yet elegant intimacy proves that their relationship has transcended the boundaries of ordinary friendship. There is commitment, mutual trust, and a love so pure binding their hearts into the exact same rhythm. In the end, this year's BTS family photo session will always be remembered as the moment where Taehyung and Jungkook reaffirmed their position as everyone's ultimate dream couple. The hopes and prayers of ARMYs worldwide seemed answered through the sheer happiness radiating from both idols' faces during the shoot. Their colorful love story between the silence of Taehyung's affection and the loudness of Jungkook's care will continue to be an eternal inspiration and a beautiful tale. Nearing the peak of Festa, fans are surely getting more impatient to see what other sweet surprises this legendary duo will bring. Taehyung and Jungkook's presence in the photoshoot session seemed to confirm the existence of a unique phenomenon often referred to by fans as the Taekook bubble, or the concept of a world of their own. Even though the studio was filled with crew members flashing camera lights and the hustle and bustle of the other BTS members, the two of them possessed an extraordinary ability to create a tiny, highly private space amidst the crowd. At several moments in the short clip, the focus of the world seemed to shrink solely to the intense interaction shared between them. The presence of people around them seemed to fade away as Taehyung and Jungkook began to drown in the attention they gave to each other. This world of their own atmosphere was most evident when they began throwing internal jokes or inside jokes that were only understood by the two of them. Without needing to speak loudly, a subtle smile from Taehyung or a mischievous wink from Jungkook was enough to trigger suppressed laughter between them. They seemed entirely absorbed in their own wordless conversations, which sometimes left the other members only able to shake their heads at the synchronized antics of these two youngest members. This kind of instinctive closeness shows that their communication has reached a level where words are no longer the primary instrument to understand each other. More than just casual jokes, they were also frequently caught on camera communicating through small signals and very subtle body gestures. From a fleeting touch of fingers and the way Jungkook rhythmically nudged Taehyung's arm, to sign language through intense gazes that seemed to hint at a shared secret. It is these micro-moments that often made the world around them feel as if it were on pause. Time seemed to stop spinning for anyone watching, leaving only Taehyung and Jungkook, weaving their own romantic narrative under the spotlight of the Festa studio. The emotional attachment so potent within the scope of this Taekook bubble ultimately brought a completely different color to the overall concept of the BTS family photo. Instead of looking like a rigid group photo shoot, the presence of their little world provided a magical touch that made the atmosphere on set far more alive and emotional. For ARMYs who sharply observed every second of their movements, the intimate moments created amidst the crowd are the most authentic proof that wherever they go, and no matter how crowded the world around them is, Taehyung and Jungkook will always find a way to return to the little world they built together. Leave your positive comments here. The best comment will be pinned as a way to honor their love. Thank you to everyone who continues to support this channel. May God reward all of your kindness. This video reflects my personal opinion and interpretation. It is made for entertainment purposes only and does not represent confirmed facts.